Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. 5 talking points from Liverpool 5-2 Norwich City. Liverpool moved into the 5th round of the Emirates FA Cup as they beat Norwich City on an emotional Sunday afternoon at Anfield. On a day when fans paid tribute to Jurgen Klopp, who on Friday announced he will be stepping down as manager at the end of the season, the Reds had 5 different goal scorers in a 5-2 win over the Canaries. Here are 5 things we noticed. Anfield makes its feelings known. The football was pretty good, of course, but this was a game where the build-up was dominated by one man. Klopp's announcement earlier this week had, understandably, caused a huge reaction across the football world, and here Liverpool supporters had the first chance to show their love and appreciation for the manager they adore. They did so, with the first strains of his own special version of I Feel Fine arriving inside a minute. At the final whistle, fans stayed behind to serenade their hero, who had masterminded yet another Anfield victory. McConnell shines on full debut. Klopp's commitment to, and trust of, youth has been one of the themes of his time on Merseyside, and it was certainly on display here. Liverpool started with 4 academy graduates in the team, and 2 of them combined in style for the game's opening goal. After 3 sub-appearances, totaling 18 minutes, James McConnell was handed his full debut in midfield, and the 19-year-old marked his big day in style with a lovely flighted ball to the back post, where it was headed home by Jones. A first senior assist for the Northumberland-born teenager, who has been with the Reds since the age of 14, and he impressed besides, too, using the ball neatly and snapping into tackles to win the cop's approval. He looked as if he enjoyed himself, despite some late cramp, and why not? Bradley doubles up. Connor Bradley has good memories of playing against Norwich. It was against the Canaries, in September 2021, that the Northern Irishman made his professional debut, and here he helped put them to the sword, finishing another fine display with 2 assists in his back pocket. His first was superb, winning the ball, playing a 1-2 with Diogo Jota and feeding Darwin Núñez. His second showed his relentlessness, arriving in the box in stoppage time to set up Ryan Gravenberch. At a time when Liverpool have asked him to, the 20-year-old has stepped up. Bench strength says it all. Liverpool surely can't have had too many stronger substitutes benches than they had on Sunday. On it was the captain, Virgil van Dijk, the vice-captain, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and players of the caliber of Luis Diaz, Andy Robertson and Dominic Szoboszlai, all of whom would emerge in the second half. Harvey Elliott wasn't even called upon, Alexis Mac Allister was absent from the squad, while the likes of Stefan Bajcetic, Thiago Alcantara and Kostas Tsimikas are all to return soon. Plenty of strength for Klopp to call upon, ahead of what could be an epic few months. Gravenberch gets his reward. The first word went to a Scouser, and the final word went to a Dutchman. Gravenberch finished off the scoring here, heading home Bradley's volleyed cross in front of the cop. Reward for the 21-year-old, who enjoyed a strong performance on the left of the Reds' midfield 3. Gravenberch might have had a hat-trick, actually, but was denied in the first half by a goal-line clearance and in the second by a stunning save from Norwich goalkeeper George Long. Persistence paid off in the end, though. No wonder he was smiling. Curtis Jones was pleased by Liverpool's ability to come through unscathed against Norwich City in the Emirates FA Cup on Sunday afternoon. The Reds secured a dominant 5-2 victory over the visitors to ensure passage into the 5th round of the competition, where they will host either Watford or Southampton at Anfield. Jones opened the scoring for his team ahead of further efforts from Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, Virgil van Dijk and Ryan Gravenberch, with the latter netting in added time to put an exclamation point on victory over the Canaries. It was a perfect game, Jones told ITV post-match. There were loads of goals scored, we came off with the team, and didn't have any injuries as well. We're into the next round. So, it's a good night overall. On the players' reaction to the announcement of Jurgen Klopp's decision to step down as manager at the end of the season. Just carry on. We have our goals that we've set and stuff, so nothing has changed. Of course it's sad for the whole of the club. But he's a man, as well as a manager, and that's his choice, so we respect that. We'll just go with the flow. On whether this is as good as he's felt and being taken off, possibly pointing to him starting on Wednesday. I hope so. I think so, that he's in his best form. I've been around the first team now for a long time, and I'd definitely say this is the best point I'm at now, playing all the games, consistent as well. I'm happy, the team's happy, so happy days all round. On trying to finish the season in style and whether the news about Klopp could make the team stronger. Definitely, I think so, yeah. At the beginning of the season we had our goals, and the news is out now as well. We'll be giving it more, definitely. Andy Robertson described the amazing feeling of being back in action for Liverpool in the 5-2 victory over Norwich City on Sunday afternoon. The Reds secured a place in the fifth round of the Emirates FA Cup thanks to goals from Curtis Jones, Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, Virgil van Dijk and Ryan Gravenberch. Robertson also stepped off the bench during the second half of the win over the Canaries to a rousing Anfield reception, picking up his first minutes since suffering a shoulder injury last October. It was amazing, the fullback reflected to ITV post-match. That's the kind of feeling I've been waiting for. The feeling that I've been missing, and the tough days in the gym that I've had away from all the lads, that's what I've had to keep in my mind. The reception that I got will stay with me for a long time. I can't thank the crowd enough for that. That's what kind of got me through the tough times. There's been a lot of them over the last 4 months, and I'm just delighted to be back on the pitch now. Read on for the rest of the interview with the number 26. On getting through into the fifth round of the FA Cup. We're fighting on all fronts. You want to keep going in every competition. Obviously we're already in one final and sitting nicely in the Premier League, but we know there's a long way to go. The FA Cup is such an important competition. We know how it feels to win it, and you always want to be in the hat, so thankfully we're through safely. On how he reacted to the news of Jurgen Klopp's decision to step down at the end of the season. Like the rest of the world, it was a bit of a shock. When he told us all, I think nobody really knew where to look or what to do. You have to respect his decision. He's thought long and hard about it. He's not a rash person. He's obviously thought a lot with it in terms of his family and everything like that. For what he has done for this club we will all be forever grateful. I think he doesn't want the fans singing his song and that, but I think he's going to lose that battle. Unfortunately, I think the fans will always want to say a proper goodbye to him. But for us players, the one thing he asked of us is that it has to be business as usual. We have to keep fighting on all fronts. We have to keep winning games, and hopefully that results in giving him a send-off that he truly deserves. Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days.